Hello and welcome. We've been on a tear with this list. So today we're going to do one more league. I am going to be playing only one league today, and that is because some people on the Discord told me that they were going to GP Ghent this weekend, which is apparently a modern GP. Because of that, they first of all they wanted to, of course, see more AmuLIT testing, and second of all, what I'm going to do for those people is for all my subs, as you all may know, I write some very extensive cyber guides. I will not be able to write like a full wall of text cyber guide, but what I can do is, since this is the list that I would recommend, obviously I've been doing very well with it. Welcome, Cloud Scraper. Because I've been doing very well with this list, and this is the list that I would recommend, what I am going to do is I'm going to prepare a short cyber guide, like the one that I did for GP Vegas. And I am going to write it off based off of this list. So I will need to use the time today. So instead of streaming, I'm gonna be using that time to write this cyber guide for you. So you can use it this weekend. And I am not sure what decks I'm going to be putting in that cyber guide. I think I'm going to base it off MTG Goldfish. So we're going to see what the meta share in Goldfish is, and I'm going to include like the largest amount of decks that I see there that I can. But it's going to basically be, okay, you're going to be bringing these cards in and you're going to take these cards out, which is the kind of cyber guide that I hate, but is the one that is the shortest one to write and the one that I will be able to write. Once the metagame settles down a little bit more, I'm going to, of course, go ahead and write my classic 50-page cyber guides. But because this event is coming fast this weekend, I won't be able to write the whole thing, and I will only be able to write a short guide for you to bring to the event. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and play our league and see if we can improve. We can improve on the current above 80% win rate with AmuLIT. After yesterday, now my rating is 1916, which is just 2 points lower than my highest record. So if I manage to win this game, that means that I'm going to probably have the highest rating in Magic Online that I've ever achieved. So if we 5-0 again, of course, that's gonna be trivial. Turn 4 Karn on the play with a little bit of interaction. Seems like it's not gonna be good enough. Gonna ship it. Oh, deck, why do you tease me like this? Oh, deck, why do you tease me like this? Have you seen the new Storm hate card? Yeah, that's like one mana fuck you Storm, right? That's what that card reads, and it's also an enchantment, so it cannot be abraded. That's pretty brutal, actually. We're not cowards in this stream. We are not cowards in this stream. Please don't go turn 1 Inquisition. Turn 1 Eldrazi Temple. These hands never work out. These hands never work out. These hands never work out, god damn it. Why do I do this to myself? I should have multi-5 like a normal person. Land. We also lose to Chalice. Like, this is so terrible. I just couldn't help it. I just couldn't help it. Matt Maxon, thank you for that. Ugh, brutal. Thank you for that tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Thanks for the support. I mean, I was kind of like begging for this, right? I was just begging for this. Who am I kidding? It's probably gonna be a Chalice. A Karn, I mean. Something once upon a time, something. Yeah, that card's gonna be good. I'm certainly gonna be playing it for sure. Eugene? I mean, we can beat that. Okay, that one we can't. That's a clock. Too late. One turn too late. To be fair, like we would have won that game if I had found this one turn earlier, but that's fine. No big deal. I'm gonna bring in all of our stuff. We're gonna take out the bad cards and we'll bring in the good cards. Easy sideboarding. No, not color. Convert on any cost. There we go. We shave a couple of 1-drops because of Chalice. And that's it. Okay, I'm gonna keep real hands. I just gave my opponent, you know, like a little bit of a hedge. I'm like, yeah, you got it, opponent. I will let you, you know. Subdued. We'll trade later. Streaming now. That's a friend that I need, that needs a couple of Mox Opals that I will be trading with him later. Sweet, great draw. Turn 3 Tron. Gonna need to have a Thought Nuts here. That's literally the only way that my opponent can beat this. Asusa. Gemstone Simic. And I think I'm just gonna play out the Bailoff here. Now if the Asusa dies, it doesn't matter. If they thought not me, it's not as bad. And if they don't thought not me, then they just lose. So that's great. Karn for they can potentially like Karn for what's his name? Oh, they are just like drawing card. Yeah, okay, so we just win. I was gonna say they could have Karn for bridge, but then we can still like transmute for yeah, that's fine. We can still transmute for Rex Age. GG's. Bounce this, go to combat, attack for a bunch. Tolerate West, go Squatter. What did they? Okay, so they went for the tower. So we're gonna draw step, destroy the tower. Are they gonna concede? No concession. All right, play it on. They float 3 mana on their draw step. For no reason. Oh, they just had another one. Alright, this is probably not going to be good enough though. All this dust, maybe? Just all this does doesn't matter. Oh, Ballista for 3, yeah. Why are you not conceding, opponent? Like, what are you expecting to happen right now? Don't get it. There we go. Alright, we cyborg the same way for game 3. Man, that I just gave it I just gave it to my opponent in game 1 just like this. Here, have this one. Have this game. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's not amazing. It's not amazing, but we got turn 1 Amulet, which my opponent cannot stop. And if we draw a bounce line, we're gonna be. I'm way more interested in playing an Amulet through because of Chalice. I can play the Scout next turn. Ha, there you go. You see? You see why you played the Amulet before? I mean, we drew the Sage, so it wouldn't have mattered, but still. Probably gonna Sage this. They just had the natural Tron. Shh, no big. Okay. I was considering playing the ramming up this turn, and then but I think that I won't guaranteed value from my ramming up. Whoops. Alright, turn 3 natural Tron, opponent. What you got with that? What are you gonna do with it? Blast Zone. Okay. If we draw a bounce line, we're gonna be in a very, very, very good spot. I might actually need to chomp this turn just to save 1 point of damage. You can Ballista for 4. Alright, if we draw a bounce line, we're going to win. And if we don't, we are probably going to lose to this turn 3 Reality Smasher. Bounce land. Does that count? So I can play Amulet. No, I can't because I need to transmute this. So I pay 3 mana to transmute, get a bounce land, play Amulet. Getting punished for not playing the Amulet last turn, but I mean, I guess I didn't play around Top Deck Area West, huh? What can I do? I can transmute for Fountain. We're 1 mana short, yeah. I can play Adoramina to chump block. I can play out the Karn and plus an Amulet to chump block. I die to another Smasher. I die to a removal spell. I die to Walking Ballista. How do I win this game? How can I win this game? How the hell do I win this game? I think it starts here. I can't really transmute for a Susa, unfortunately. No, I can't. I'm 1 mana short of transmuting for a Susa. I am Omen with a Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Enjoy those emotes. And thank you for the support. Karn plus? Nah, I'm just gonna play out the Ramming up and hope that I can chump. I die to multiple things, but this is what I can do. I need to chump the Matter Reshaper. If they have any removal spell, I lose. If they have Ballista, I lose. If they had another Smasher, I lose. Yeah. Okay. Oddly enough, playing Karn and Plusin would have allowed me to chump, but then I would not have been able to win. Alright, so the win streak is over. Because I kept a meme hand in game 1. Should have multi 5. Anyway, I mean, my opponent just had literally the nuts. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Fire Shoes, thank you for the follow. Playing against the Body Bag. I wonder what a Body Bag is. But we're playing against it. Alright. The 4-1 dream is still alive. The 4-1 dream is still alive. Alright. It's probably a mulligan. This is a keep. Going to bottom, I think the field. Yeah, certainly the field. So I can play Gemstone on 1, I can transmute on 2. Oof. Yeah, we're probably dead here. Oh, never mind, we're fine. Usually when my opponent goes turn 1 Botanical Sanctum, that means very bad news for me. Unless they play a Mausoleum Wanderer on turn 1. Are there any exercises you'd recommend with Goldfish to become more familiar with the deck? I haven't played against the opponent yet, just Goldfished. I mean, not really. It's just... I guess like get into the habit, like know what your mana shortcuts are. You know, like a Susa, if you have an Amulet and a Susa and a bounce land, that is +1 mana. You know, that kind of stuff it's pretty useful to be aware of. I think I can get Summoner's Pact here and then Ballista next turn. We also have these explosives here, but I don't really have any particular recommendations in terms of just goldfishing, you know? Because people kind of do that however they want, and like, for good reason, you know? Yeah, so I'm gonna use this turn to transmute for Walking Ballista, and then I'm going to pass the turn. I don't think it's like the Wanderer and the Vial are not worth my Amulet for me to want to explosives on 1. Like, this Amulet is just gonna do so much work. Okay. So they don't have another Mausoleum Wanderer because they would have played it at this point. I think. See if my opponent knows that they need to actually sacrifice the Wanderer here. They don't. So I don't need to play around Path to Exile, which is nice. No need to play around Force of Negation or anything like that. This game is pretty much over. Unless my opponent has like main deck Damp Sphere in their Spirits deck, we should be easily winning this one. Yep. Alright, bring in those Abrades. Ramunap, no, Ramunap, Rexage is what I meant. Rexage, Hornet Queen. Take out the Karns, bring in Explosives, and that's it. And we're gonna take out the Colony Garden. I'm gonna turn off. It's getting kind of chill in here. How long have I been playing the deck? How long has it been? Like 6 years, maybe? No, more than that. 7 or 8 years, maybe. I honestly don't remember like the actual number, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time. So we have turn to Abrade. We can also turn to Ballista. I don't think I'm too excited about that. We can get more value from this Ballista. Maybe they play Knight of Autumn here. That's probably fine. It's insane at that time. 2 of my decks have been banned. Well, I played Pod. I played the Twin. So I feel you. I played a lot of decks that have gotten banned. Oof. I don't want to... I guess I do want to play into Deputy, huh? Yeah, I actively do want to play into Deputy, because if my opponent Deputies, that means that I can just Abrade it. And now if we draw a bounce land, we just win. I don't think I want to EE on one. Again, like the value of my opponent's creatures is not nearly as high as my own amulets. So they have company. Steerings. Find the Gruul Turf. Nice. My opponent's basically going to company no matter what. So I think I just passed the turn holding up Abrade. The other alternative is that, I mean, basically Abrade is trading with this Mausoleum Wanderer. So the other alternative is just like play out the Ballista, which forces the company right now. I think I actually want to kill this Wanderer anyway, so... Jeremy MTG, thank you for the follow. Nothing? We just have nothing, huh? You trying to tell me you got nothing, opponent? What's your LGS? I feel like I've met you. I often go to an LGS in San Diego, which is called TC Rockets. But I'm actually gonna be during the weekend. I'm gonna be in LA this time around, so I'm considering going to an FNM here in LA. Lumo might see a combo like Einstein. She stays popular. People will start playing more Blood Moons. Maybe. So we lead on Scout. See what my opponent does. Probably nothing. And then we're just gonna play a big Ballista. This is the good thing about this whole, you know, this holding pattern situation is the fact that my opponent cannot really play around all the stuff that I have. Like if they have Unified Will here, good for them. But if they don't, then I just, like, they can't quell this. So just gonna let my opponent do their thing. And now they kind of have to company. Otherwise, they just waste. Like them wasted their mana last turn was just so good to me. For me. Let's see what they do. We played at Rockets before. I played my Fall to the Storm deck against you and Roof. Oh yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, I stream a lot of. I don't know if I told you, but I do stream a lot of AmuLIT. So here I am. What's going on here? So my opponent's just gonna give me a land. Oh, that's so kind of you, opponent. Ping there. Ping there. Get my basic. You got a 1/1. How's Triddle Storm treating you since that day? So here my opponent's holding up Spell Queller, but I'm. Can I do everything? I let the dog out. Well, thank you for the follow. So I think I'm going to. We can make 4 mana. We have 8 mana, 12 mana total max. So that means that I can just Pact and Explosives on 3 and play it. So what I'm going to do is it actually saves me more mana if I do it like so. Because my opponent will need to quell this. One, two, three. I could play this for 5 and there's the Queller. I could play this for 5 in order to play around the Queller. So Queller resolves. Some respect. This is called The Hook. That's what this movie is called. The Hook. You just hook him, you know? Get them hooked real good. Get them hooked real good. So 1, 2, 3, so I can double Titan. So I can get past this Spell Queller. They didn't Force of Negation the first one, so I'm assuming that they just don't have access to the card. And this is because I led on the explosives on 3, right? Otherwise, if I had overpaid for the spell for the explosives, or if I had like packed it first, that means that I need to use 2 more mana in order to blow up the Queller. And because I do this now, I actually have lethal, you know. Sequencing matters. Sequencing matters. It's weird how my opponent like snap conceded in game 1 to the prime time, but now they are not for whatever reason. That's weird to me. Like, what are you expecting now, that these bad boys are not gonna kill you? Is that what is that what my opponent is expecting? That's not gonna happen. You're dead. You're going to die. You're going to die right now, in fact. You're going to die right about now. You swapped to Ursa. Yeah, that's. I think Ursa is like probably the best deck in the format. What is the scariest thing, in my opinion, is the fact that the lists are not particularly well tuned yet. Like the deck is still too new, and the metagame is still adapting. So like the fact that that is the case means that like the deck, it's like one of those decks that can only get better. What's up, Graham? How you doing? Yeah, we had like a nice little 10-0 run, and then we just got stopped by Eldrazi Tron when I kept a non-bounce land hand and no non-bounce land hand. This hand is great, and then I cheesed myself basically. Worth it though. Giver of Runes, you got it. So you get Vesuva and Double Strike land there. Yes. No, I was always gonna get like Gruul Turf. I have 2 triggers, so I can just get Gruul Turf, Gemstone Mine, Sun Home, and X land. Probably gonna take the Summoner's Pact. Maybe that would be wrong, but maybe they do that. The Cyber Guide is outdated, but you can check it out. That's the free one. I have updated ones for my subs. In fact, I'm going to write a new one tonight, actually. It's going to be a short one, so people can bring to a GP this weekend. What is a bad matchup for me? Storm is bad. Nice. Storm is bad. Yeah, I guess we just play the Gruul Turf here, and we get to steerings. Storm is bad. Infect is probably worse. Mill is by far the worst. We do have some bad matchups. Even though the meme is that we have no bad matchups, in reality we actually do have a couple of bad matchups out there. Neoform is miserable, yeah. I guess actually Neoform is worse than Blue Black Mill, actually. They passed? Wow, GG's. The only problem about this is that we're killing my opponents so quickly that I don't know whether they are on a shadow deck. I don't know whether they are in a Taxes style deck. My opponent just says LOL and concede. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. We want Rexage, we want Baloth and Queen. We want Force, we want to shave on one of these. We probably want access to the Karns. Not sure about the walkable list. I think I'm going to side it out. We're going to see. I think we're going to get more info. Like, depending on... My opponent's probably going to show me what they're up to in the next game. I assume that I won't Bog, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm expecting, like, Pyromancer, potentially even Revelers over there. Shave on a couple of Scouts, and 1 Ancient Steerings. People always fail to realize that the second amulet isn't redundant. Like, people thought CCU, they're like, oh, he has 2 amulets, so no point in attacking one. Yeah, that's definitely a thing that happens more often than not. Every time I played against Neoform, they just dawdle and whiff and scoop like turn 2 shrug. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not my... certainly not my experience. I guess I keep this. No. Sweet. Got a better hand. Bottom the stronghold. Let's go. Smother Shadow plays color? Yeah, they do. Return, yeah, and that's a tough. Yeah, and Mardu Shadow is a terrible matchup. Mardu Shadow is a really bad matchup, I think. That's an amazing draw. Yeah, so my opponent showed me Giver of Runes and they showed me Scholar, right? Like, I don't know what I'm playing around. I don't know what I'm playing against yet. So that's why I'm hedging a little bit by... I'm hedging a little bit by by bringing in the Abrades. But if I know that for a fact that my opponent is some Mardu Shadow instead of some Mardu value deck, then I'm probably not gonna want all the Abrades. I'm just gonna want a couple. If they shock here for nothing, then I'm going to assume that. Yeah, okay, so they are on Shadow. They shocked for no reason, and they also tapped this for just to take the damage, so they are on Shadow. We got the Karn though. Unless they have like, what would be problematic for me? Fulminator would be problematic, but that's basically it. And I'm happy that I brought in the Bojuki Bog. Come on, internet, you can do it. You can do it, internet. There we go. Ranger Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. So here I'm gonna flash in the Simic. My opponent will probably upkeep, sack the Captain, which is probably fine. It gives them one turn, but that means that I get to use my turn to transmute, so it's not like I waste my turn anyway. I mean, I would certainly rather be playing a Karn, obviously, but... How you doing? Have you tested the Summer Amulet? Yeah, I've been very unimpressed by that, Svosniak. I've been very unimpressed by it. Like, it consistently does not enough, basically, in my opinion. And it's just worse than Negate. Negate helps so much in our Titan Shift and those matchups. So my options here are, I think I'm gonna bounce the Tolaria West. Like, this is how much I believe that my opponent will sack the Ranger Captain on my upkeep. Wow, they don't? I got leveled hard. Okay. Karn the Great Creator. I'm gonna... I can minus for explosives. Just play it on one. Minus for Coalition Relic or simply plus. I think I'm just gonna plus. Have more options for next turn. Yeah, I think it's a good card, but it's not that good for us specifically. Like, if your deck is not playing blue and you're not struggling against Scapeshift and Tron, I mean, not to say that we're struggling against Scapeshift and Tron, but just Negate is a great card in those matchups. But if you're like playing Scapeshift, the Veil of Summer is the nuts to put in your sideboard. It's just, I think that because of the way that we construct our deck, we just have access to better options. Like, against Storm, Veil of Summer is okay, but against Twiddlestorm, it's probably not even worth it. Discard a card. That's pretty brutal. I think I'm gonna have to discard a redundant Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now they're gonna play the Shadow. If they don't sack the Ranger Captain, then I can minus. If I draw a land, I can minus for Wormcoil. Or if they do draw a land, I can minus for Explosives on one and at least get rid of that Shadow. They don't minus. Alright, hope you don't have a path to exile. Here's my Wormcoil. Hope it's good enough. If they have a path, obviously I get absurdly blown out, but like, what am I gonna do? How is it good against Storm? Hexer friendly black and blue. It stops gifts and given. But out of the other deck, out of the Twiddle Storm deck, it doesn't stop anything. I think I just trade with the Shadow. Both of them are coming at Karn. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to stop the Karn, so I think I just block the Ranger Captain here. Karn is gonna die anyway. And I don't think I want to trade. I think I'd rather my Wormcoil survive. This also means that I get to transmit for explosives and play it because the Ranger Captain is gonna be sacrificed, so. Sounds crazy. Have you considered the 4th amulet in the sideboard so Conquer Gravity? Not sure whether it would be a net gain or not. You lose a lot. That's weird. Okay. You lose a lot of double amulet for wins game 1, but you also can more easily get double amulet around. Thoughts? Yeah, I think it's a terrible idea, and just doing that is just misunderstanding like what the deck is about, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pass the turn. Because the card Amulet is not great later in the game. It's only great in some very specific situations. And by playing one in your sideboard, you're making your main deck significantly worse. Like by playing less than 4 copies, I mean. So it's one of those things that you have to be careful. Wow, that's brutal. Second K command was kind of the nail in the coffin there. So it's just a matter of understanding what matters, basically. I could double strike here. I don't think it's worth it. Like now if I draw a Titan, I just win. Smith saying, is this a better option for matchups that are slower where you need to have a card? No, when I sideboard the Amulet out, it's because the Amulet is bad in the matchup, like against John and stuff. That's because I sideboard it out. It's not because I want to get value from my card. That's just not relevant. I am only no attack with Scholar is weird. Yeah, so that's the nail in the coffin. So this is why I think this is a terrible matchup for us. But yeah, so it's like the fact that there's an Amulet in the sideboard for Karn to get is just like minor upside. It's not that I'm citing it because I want the value from that. If that makes sense, I think it's a very big difference. So yeah, basically at any point, playing less than 4 amulets is wrong. Same as playing less than 4 gemstone mines is wrong. What about that cyber guide for GP Ghent? I will write it today, Nitrox. Don't worry about it. I gotcha. But that's like the main reason why I'm going to do a short stream today. Oh, why is this in my deck? Wow, I just mis-sideboarded grossly. Alright, I mean, we're keeping this hand anyway, but that's brutal. I honestly just forgot that card was in my deck. I guess I just glazed over it. Like if I would probably be playing a Steerings over this. I don't think I want the other Braid. Which is tougher for me, Grixis or Mardu? That's a tough question, honestly. I haven't played against Mardu enough. I played against Grixis a whole bunch, but the Mardu version has like the Ranger Captain is kind of a big deal. However, no stubs are a big upgrade. No stubs are a big upgrade. What kind of hand did my opponent keep that they have no discard spell and no removal spell? This is perplexing. I think there are scenarios where less than 4 amulets is correct, but they're not very common. Yeah, against decks that where it's a bad top deck. Again, Jund, like mid-rangey decks like Mardu Pyro, if that deck even exists anymore. Blue-white. Against those matchups where just the card itself is not that great, that's where you are. It's actually good value to hold the card in, to like sideboard the card out, basically. So I have options here. I think I'm just gonna develop my mana, because this is not guaranteed to survive. Bounce land? Prime time, okay. If they have Dismember, they get me. They don't, sweet. Not interested in attacking my opponent, we're just gonna hold. Next turn we can Karn. If we draw a bounce land, we basically win. There are quite a few folks still holding on to Mardu Pyro Dream, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I'm expecting they have like a 3... this is like the awkward thing about the Mardu Shadow deck, is the fact that they are very cluttered in the... yeah, in the 3-drop slot. Just pass the turn here. And the reason for that is I still don't know what I'm going to do with this Tolaria West. Like, if I draw any land, I can transmute this T-West for a bounce land. So, exactly. Now that I know that my opponent is wearing and tearing my Amulet, now I can safely play the Tolaria West in order to help develop my mana, so I can potentially play Karn next turn. Unearth the Fulminator. Okay. Should definitely unearth the Shadow, but whatever. What do I know? That was actually a good move right there for my opponent. Destroying the Gemstone Mine. Modern is still larger and will probably always be a play what you have format. Indeed. I don't think that's a good lightning bolt. I mean, as long as my opponent doesn't have a threat, I'm okay with this. I mean, that still kind of qualifies as not having a threat. Probably take the prime time here. Karn. Okay. Transmute for another bounce land. Probably a red one. Pass it turn. Yeah, I mean that's one of the good things about Modern, right? Like the fact that we get to do exactly that. You get to play your deck. You get to get good at your deck. And then you get to play it for long periods of time. That's basically what got me off standard. It's just like the rotations just like was too much for me. I just couldn't. I just kept getting got by the rotation. I'm just tired of spending on this money on cards that are not that are gonna be worthless in like a week, you know? Yeah, third Fulminator this game. Third Fulminator this game. I'm honestly not in any rush to kill this Scholar. And if I draw another bounce land, I will certainly want to have access to the Azusa. Here's the thoughts is, if it had been an Inquisition, then I think I just force the Karn, force the Scholar in response, but I think since it's a Thoughtseize, I would rather my opponent just, you know, do their thing there. They have another Scholar here. Unearth Fulminator again. Wow. As the fourth Fulminator. 2 naturally drawn Fulminators and 1 Upgrade. Okay, here's when they win. Yep, that's what I didn't want to see. I think that they should have played that Shadow a long time ago, honestly, but they're probably not gonna get punished. Untapped Source, Bojuki Bog. Okay. A little bit too late, but I mean, we still have a shot unless they have TBR. If they have TBR, we just lose. But we take 5, block the Shadow. Another Shadow. Yeah, things not looking great. Like, your Shadow is already lethal. I don't get why you would. Okay. So we're gonna put ourselves in a situation where we need to top deck. We need to top deck an untapped land. Like, if we draw an untapped land, we probably win, and my opponent whiffs on exactly TBR 2 times. Yeah, this guy should definitely attack. So we need to get an untapped source here. My opponent to not have TBR. That one doesn't work, actually. I mean, technically I'm not dead. Okay. Technically I'm not dead. Now I need them to also whiff on any removal spell. But hey, I'm just playing to my outs here, okay? Don't judge me. Just playing to my outs, alright? So if they're considering attacking Karn, then I really like my chances. Three, four, five, six, seven. Ha, your activated abilities cannot be activated, Tideholder Scholar. Still not dead unless he has TBR. Yeah, I mean, I could be getting slow rolled, I guess. Yeah, my opponent finally figured out the correct attacks. Ah, brutal. LOL. Thoughtseize bug. Thoughtseize bug. I think I'm gonna get Bounce Land and Radiant Fountain. This allows me to crack the explosives, which seems pretty important to do. Plus on nothing and pass the turn. And next turn, I guess if they answer my Titan, they get to answer my Karn, which obviously sucks. But I am probably not dying this turn because of these explosives. My opponent says, of course, and then they wrote again, of course. Cracking this in response. Bye-bye, Shadows. I mean, to be fair, we already had like the onboard answers anyway. Like, what are my bad draws? Like a bounce land means that I get to transmit Tulare West. So I just get Ballista and kill them. Like, if I have a bounce and I just transmute my Tulare West, get Ballista, kill my opponent. Easy. Oh, I guess there's a Ballista there. Oh. My opponent says, I've never seen someone so fluid with... My opponent was just salty and they're like, wow, that's sweet. It's my first game with this deck, but I feel like he would have done better. I'm trying to think. I think my opponent played well, honestly. I think my opponent played well. I think the only thing would have been like game one. Like when he's colored my, I think he's colored the Summoner's Fact instead of getting my Amulet. I think if he had gotten my second Amulet, I think they would have been able. My opponent is like, give me a second, just trying to think of something funny for the pithing needle. That's funny. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. Like maybe the earlier Brave declaration of not. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think we got fulminated 4 or 5 times that game, but my opponent could not put the pressure quickly enough. And that's why we managed to like sneak it there, you know. I think that if the early unearth had been on a shadow, we might have actually been in trouble. This is a Snapkeep. Yeah, it's nice, you know. If I really appreciate when my opponents, even if they are salty, if they are like, I'm sorry, I'm salty, you know. I really appreciate when you know, players, Yeah, for sure. When players like realize the situation and they are like, okay, you know, I can do better than this. I always really appreciate when that happens. That, you know, it's great. Like it speaks of. Are we playing the mirror here? Is that what's up? Indeed, indeed. I think my hand is much better from the mirror than my opponent's, so I feel pretty ahead here. Getting our Pactorino here. Just passing the turn, playing around Ghost Quarter. I mean, a Ghost Quarter doesn't really do anything. Yeah, apparently they're on White Splash, which is going to put them ahead in the mirror for sure. Like, Path to Exile is one of those cards that is actually quite good in the mirror match. Alright, Excavator, yes. Bujuki Bog, yes. Karn? Question mark. Ballista out. Explosives, I only want one of those. First of Vigor, probably yes. Rex Sage, yes. Pact of Negation, yes. Relic out. Kali Garden out. Is this what I like for the mirror? I feel like I want a Braids actually over Force of Vigor. I feel like I want two. I might not want three though. I think I can shave a Karn. Yeah, this seems fine. Karn is gonna be one of those like nice to have things, but I don't think I'm like actively looking to draw it. This matchup is very much about prime time. Yeah, we certainly want to Braid. It's worse than... It's better in the early game than Path to Exile for obvious reasons, but it's much worse in late game, and these hands are just miserable. This one is not awful, it's just bad. Steerings. Wow, that's a Whiffsky. Yeah, they have the Amulet. Ooh, what? They are also playing Turf? Okay. Can we find an explosive? Ooh. No, it's not enough. Even if we found an explosive, it just doesn't matter. Don't kill me? These are the cheese mirror matches. Okay. If this Karn had been an Abrade, I could have had a shot. Force of Vigor would have also been insane. Maybe I just don't want Karn. Nah, on the play I think I'd rather have Karn. Yeah. My opponent says sweet games. I'm like, yeah, I mean... This can be the mirror sometimes. So here I'm keeping because I have like a nice curve of steerings into a Braid. If I find a red source, hopefully I have a Gemstone Mine. Fortunately, I am good and I am playing 4 Gemstone Mines instead of playing 3 Gemstone Mines and another non-Gemstone Mine card. So I don't think I want Force. Got the combo though. Naturally drawing the GQ is nice. An Excavator can potentially be powerful. Steerings for probably a Gruul Turf, I think. My opponent has started on Tolaria West every game, which is funny. Look at me getting that abrade instead of something else. Get out of here. We're not messing around. Go Squitter. I can't do Azusa and Raminap, so I think I just kind of doing it next turn though. What if I packed for Azusa, I play GQ, Tolaria, and this. Next turn, I am gonna be -1 lands. I'm gonna have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not good enough. So I just play the Excavator, play the Ghost Quarter, and draw step. I guess I wanna Ghost Quarter the turf right now. Because I don't know if they're playing a Brave, actually. Hey Guano, how you doing? Yeah, we're not doing so well today. We're 2-1 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yesterday we went 10-0 on stream. It was pretty sweet. Five mana? Oh, this is a Titan. Oh, we're dead. We can only destroy 3 lands. Is that gonna be enough to 1, 2, 3, 4? Maybe they get a bounce land or something else. So if they get a bounce land, they bounce like the forest or something. I destroy this, destroy this. Yeah, they probably still have enough to pay for Pact. Yep, my opponent's draws were better than mine. Play my first tournament with Amulet on Monday. Went 1-3-1, 0-3-1. I fell. You're fine, Chaotix. Like my first couple of games with Amulet were also pretty miserable. So don't worry about it. Been there, done that. Destroy this, they get a forest. Destroy this, they get a forest. Destroy this, they get a forest. So that's 3, 4. So I guess my out is my opponent is not playing enough basics. Or they just drew them. So close! I was so close! I was so close! Oh man! I was so close! Ah! Yeah, I know that we died to Pact, but I know that my opponent has a Ghost Quarter, so my play, like, the Gorilla Turf is killing me anyway, right? Like, just Ghost Quarter the Gorilla Turf. We're dead. Wow. So close. Like, I needed my opponent to, like, I don't know. They only had 2 basics. That's so greedy. They played around being short on forests. I mean, I don't think they did. They just were super greedy and they were playing only 2 basics, which I think is wrong. I think that 3 is the minimum. and 4 is like my preferred amount. But wow, that was so close. I think I like this hand on the play. We're gonna be playing Steerings on 1. Hopefully we find an amulet. If we do, then our hand is gonna be sped up by 1 full turn, which is nice. Nice. Next turn we're gonna be able to Asusa. Next turn we're gonna be able to Amulet, and then the following turn we're gonna be able to Asusa plus Karn. Am I having extra green sources? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Like, that was green. Like, the Field of the Dead was not gonna do anything. Like, I don't think the getting Field of the Dead was correct there, honestly. We can play around removal here even. That's tight. Sack Prismatic Vista in response. What is this supposed to mean? They have a braid? Assassin's Trophy. Okay. Sweet. Bounce. Play Asusa. Garrison. And I think I'm interested here in playing out the Karn because like I'm expecting my opponent's deck's mana to be horrendous. So by blanking the Astrolabe, I think we might be able to do work. Maybe I should have minus there and get a Wormcoil just straight up. Yeah, because if they have another trophy for the Karn, then it dies without leaving me any value behind, so... Yeah. Now if they have another trophy and they answer the Karn and I get no value, yeah, that makes me so sad. I should have minus for Wormcoil. I was wrong. You know when you just make plays and you're like, man, this was a mistake. Like immediately after you make the play. Feels bad, man. Are we playing against Niv, maybe? Just don't make mistakes. I know. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, we could have like if I could have played a Wormcoil this turn instead of like just my Karn dying for nothing, it would have been in such a better spot. Especially because my opponent seems to be playing some Jundi collection of cards. Decay the Amulet. You got it. We can still Titan this turn. That beats. Is my opponent playing mono removal deck? Things not looking great. Just gonna get my F6 value here, but like that misplay with the Karn, it's kind of relevant. Papa Punts is back. All right, so there's the breeding pool. So now I'm thinking that they are actually playing some Niv concoction. I mean, we're probably gonna see the Niv right now. Yep. So it is Niv. Post-board in this matchup, you want to play around on more the ego, so... I guess they have one and more ego in the main deck. Sure. Well, this game got harder. We can still calm them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 1 mana away from locking them. How do you get Twitch chat onto my stream? I use Streamlabs. Just go to streamlabs.com. It's pretty straightforward and easy to use. It's very useful for streaming. Yeah, we just keep drawing blank after blank. Get in there, Azusa. I know streams had that. Yep, it's there. I'm expecting they have a Niv. Otherwise, just like using. Yeah, exactly. There you go. This is like the worst part about this. Like we have to like figure out. Okay, so they're getting an Niv charm. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not this. So it's these are the cards they got. Because Moto doesn't tell you which cards they put in their hand, which is the most annoying thing ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just add black mana here. Classic explosives for 5. Just your classic explosives for 5 to destroy the Niv Mizzet. Out of 7. Don't they have to reveal in paper which cards they get? So they show you the cards. I mean, in paper it's pretty straightforward. You just see the cards that they are getting, right? But in Moto, apparently, because of the wording in the card which says, for each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors. From among them, put the chosen cards into your hand and the rest of them your library in a random order. I guess that they should tell you. That's weird. I don't know. I don't know why that is the case. Tolsimir, friend to wolves. Holy crap. Well, this doesn't get anything now. I think I'm just gonna concede at this point. I mean, this is getting Thoughtseize anyway, so I might as well pack for a Scout. Just to thin my deck. Yeah, we have 3 Karns. We have 2 Karns. That misplay on turn 3 was so big. That's insane. That's so brutal. I guess I actually don't want to use the mana like that. We're gonna tap like so. Five color Jund. Yeah, it goes like a little bit. It goes a little bit bigger than Jund. That doesn't do anything. We want Ballista, we want explosives, but I probably want just the 1 explosives. Negate is fine. I don't. I might actually want Pact. Never mind. We want the lands. Don't want Relic. And I don't think we are on the Excavator plan, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just on the Karn plan. I think it might be better than Jund, but don't tell the Jund kids I said that. Yeah, I mean it was mostly like the Dreadbore, honestly. They needed to have the Dreadbore that turn, but I just gave them the out. Like I was not sure what my opponent was doing, so I was expecting Lightning Bolt from them. I should have. It was like they got the Jund land basically, and that's what threw me off. And I thought, oh, maybe they're just like playing Jund with Astrolabe, like with Rents and whatever. I'm like, sure, whatever. And yeah, Modern Staple Dreadbore got me. I think this is a keep. And I'm going to play the Amulet on 2. Because this saves me a Gemstone Mine counter, and I don't think my opponent can discard it turn 1. So play it right now and play the Tolaria West. Next turn, even if they destroy this, we can transmute this for a bounce. Change of plans, I guess. We're going to hold up negate this turn. Next turn, we're going to Karn. Bad scape shift. I mean, I don't think it's bad, honestly. I think it's solid. Davius Minimus, another member of the MSL, the Modern Streamers League, also on Team Ice, just like I am. He has been messing around with this list a lot. Nope. I think I have to transmit for a bounce. So we're going to transmit for Simic Growth here. We're going to play it out. And I'm going to bounce another Tolaria West. I don't think I can afford to just like miss my land drop, you know? They do like 60 creatures with naughty tutor effects. Yep. That is what's up. That is what's up. Bounce land? This is like a draw step. Destroy your Simic or your Amulet nonsense. What is this? Oh, K command. I can back for Baloth. I actually love that, yeah. So we're going to pack for Baloth. We're going to get a 4/4 into play. And we're going to play a Karn. Unless they have Fulminator Mage, we should be in a very, very good spot here. I guess I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Fool me once, fool me twice, blah, 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 blah. Even if they trophy me, I'm still fine. Double trophy doesn't do it. It's just Fulminator or bust, basically, for my opponent. Just free wins with lattice, but it's interesting how that seems to be the thing used. Yeah, no, it's the lattice is basically taking up one slot because sometimes like it does happen, but it's by far like one of the least common play patterns. And I think lattice is probably like the thing that I can't wish for the least out of my entire sideboard. Yep, lattice is the thing that I wish for the least. The second one is Tomor Script. Tomor Script is great when it's in the matchups where you want it, but it's actually quite narrow. But yeah, Lattice is the thing that I get the least. And that's why I like Karn as a card, and why I think that people are just bad at playing Karn. I just think that, you know, people are just legit bad at playing the card, the Great Creator. And it's because of that, like people just think that Karn is about that, and that's very much not the case. Let's play out my land. I think now we do plus on the Karn. What would I be interested in getting? I don't care about Needle. The only thing I might care about would be the Coalition Relic. I think I'm at a plus. This means that Karn gets to stick around even if my opponent like kills my Baloth, so they will need to like Dreadbore or trophy my Karn instead of being able to like trophy my Baloth and then also get the Karn as well. So this means that the Karn gets to stick around and my opponent needs to spend more resources to answer it, and while they do that, then I just resolve the Primeval Titan and kill them. The threat of the card is enough to throw off an opponent. Yeah, for sure. It definitely means that it forces your opponent to make plays that they wouldn't otherwise do. I've latticed twice. I've definitely latticed more than twice. But it is definitely not the most common play pattern. So my opponent Nivs here. Well, I mean, I'm letting the Bring to Light resolve regardless. Unless they have Slaughter Games. I get got by Slaughter Games. There's the Niv. Okay, so they're good to know. Like they would have snap gone for Slaughter Games if they have it. So good to know that I only need to play around the Ego, and they only have one because otherwise they know about this. So they would have. Oh, actually, they don't know about this. Never mind. But I'm pretty sure that they would have gotten it if they could. So they did play their land already. If I can pack this if I want. I'm just not certain I want to. I think I want to let it resolve because my Titan is going to be better than their Niv. And if I get to play my Titan this coming turn, that means we kind of get to go off. So they get a Helix, a Decay, an Ashiok, and a Supreme Verdict. It's a pretty good name, actually. Jacobo, thank you for the follow. Thinking of building paradoxical outcome, I assume you meant in paper. Yeah, that deck is pretty sweet. 1, 2, 3. So we cannot get. Okay. We cannot get value from field this time around, but we can get. Like the second Titan is gonna do that, so we're still fine. We can get field and maybe a Radium Fountain. We can get Vortex Curse, I mean. We could also get Gruul Turf. Yeah, that's better actually. Gives me more mana. No packs to pay for, which is nice. Oh, we get to plus on something. I guess we minus. So they have a Helix. So if I minus, that means that they get to Helix the Karn. But so basically, do I want my Karn to gain me 6 life? 3 life, I guess, because they can Helix my face. I think I'm actually going to minus and get explosives, because these answer the Ashiok. Otherwise, the Ashiok is going to be problematic. So yeah, so I think that minusing here is fine. This means that I take 6 from the Niv attack, so I go down to 18. I'm still like, my life total is pretty healthy, and my opponent needs to answer my Titan somehow, otherwise they're going to lose. So they can Helix my Karn, but I have an answer to Ashiok, with which like it's like the only thing that could get me here. It did win the Mox, yeah. When the deck works, it's very, very scary. Like, it really does a lot. Yeah, 5 mana 6/6, the draws 4 cards is pretty strong. And the mana is there, right? Like, even Blood Moon wouldn't really affect my opponent's mana right here. I think they're gonna Wrath here. Like, they can't not Wrath. Right? They have to Verdict. They play land. They do Wrath, which makes sense. Sounds good. Now the Ashiok. See what they exiled. Hornet Queen, Gemstone Mine, Turf, and Simic. Okay, so nothing of relevance. So do I want to keep the pressure up and play out my Worm Coil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm 1 mana short of playing this in Kraken. Helix and Decay don't answer the Worm. I do think that I want to play around Thought Erasure. That's a Whiskey. So I guess I'm gonna take this turn off. Unfortunate that I can't keep the pressure up. At least I get to reset my gemstone. And I think I crack this right now. I don't want them to be like exiling my stronghold and stuff. Five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, so this turn actually, if they do play Niv, now I can counter it, and I still have enough mana to do my thing. That's a Bloodwraith. That one doesn't really... You have to be kidding me. Wow. Well, I guess I need to pack this one. Wow, they are playing 2 of this. That's kind of mind-blowing, honestly. That's brutal. Literally the card that I was about to go get. God damn it. Literally the card that I was about to fetch with, with the Primeval Titan. God damn it. Kalni Strongholds. And we want to be doing this now before another Ashiok comes down. Next turn we get to play a Hasty Worm Coil, which should probably be enough to close the deal. Kaya's Guile. Alright. So another hand is Helix, Decay, X. Down to 17, we're fine here. One, two, three, four. Yes. Two, three, four, five, six. Worm. Field. Haste Worm. And I don't see how my opponent wins anymore. Your go. Knight of Autumn. I mean, they get to answer the Worm Call here because they have Helix and Decay in hand. That's something. If only I didn't have another Primeval Titan coming up this turn. That could have mattered. Except it doesn't. Whee! You want value? I'll give you value. This is what real value looks like, opponent. Hasty zombie. Zombie. Boom, boom, boom. They play 3+ at an average call. I don't think they play call at all. I'm not sure though. I might be wrong there. I'm not sure whether they play call. I guess I should have played the gems. No, it's better to hold the gems to mine because of call against command. I don't know what my opponent's trying to draw here. Another Wrath. They top deck the best possible card. So there it is. Okay, so let's see what's up. This is so annoying. So they get... Don't get this, don't get this, and don't get this. Okay, so they have 1 trophy or decay. No, 1 trophy. Save Right Quest, Dreadbore, and Bring to Light. Probably gonna Wrath here. That's the only way that they can win. Because the zombies just killed them. But they, like, the Wrath doesn't do anything either. They're just showing me cards. Is there a card that says your opponent cannot kill you for 5 mana? They're just looking. Were you playing around something by not hesitating? Yeah, my opponent had enough power to trade. They had 3 from the Bloodbraid, 2 for the Knight of Autumn, and 1 from the Spirit token. It did seem worth it to just like not haste the Titan and like make my opponent kill me basically. All right. Hasty Double Strike zombie kills them. Yep. I guess I maybe want another explosives because of the Ashiok. That is possible actually. Yeah. I think I want another. Now that they showed me Ashiok, I think I want to diversify my threats. Galactic is kind of like opponent can't kill you for 5 minutes. Are you using Streamlabs OBS? No, I'm using the old OBS. I tried Streamlabs OBS once and it was giving me trouble, which is kind of weird. Like it's supposed to be an updated version, but somehow it was giving me trouble. I don't know. I have no idea why. Like it was giving me. I don't remember if it was like audio issues or stuff. Yeah, I'm doing that. It's just, I don't know. It's just better for me at least. I'm not a very tech savvy person, so unkeepable hand is unkeepable. Unkeepable hand is unkeepable. Bad hand is bad. It feels like my opponent is not playing birds over there. Some versions are playing birds and some are not. Redundant Amulets, still not sure whether it's a good draw or not. Maybe if they don't have Thought Erasure, that would be great. They have Thought Erasure. That's not great. Blue and white. Lavinia. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to think about that for a second. I think it doesn't do anything right here. I guess it stops Karn. When opponent casts each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with convertible cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. Okay. So I can't cast Karn unless I have enough lands. Please don't have the ego right now. What do you got from me, opponent? Knight of Autumn. Okay. That is kind of annoying. AI stops pacts. Okay. Yeah, good to know about this card for like future matches. It is kind of annoying. Ashiok. Finally, somebody who's smart about it. Of course. Don't just randomly plus your Ashiok for no reason. This is kind of awkward though, like we still cannot do our thing. Cannot play our Karn. It blanks bounce lands? I mean, it doesn't if I want to cast a prime time. It does if I want to cast a Karn. It's just only non-creature spells. And then it talks about any spell if no mana was spent to cast it. So like Hogak would get countered. Like stuff like that. Finally get to play our Karn. That's exciting. So we're certainly minus in here for Wormcoil, just like we did earlier. Pact is a blank. Fairy, you got it. So they get to kill the Karn here. If we draw on tap source, we cannot just win though. We do have K command folder. That's good. Fulminator is brutal. Fulminator is so insane right there. Okay. Can attack the Teferi. Look at, if my opponent had plus the Ashiok even once, they would be chump blocking. Can you see why that is actually very relevant? People don't do that enough. People definitely don't do that enough. I guess I should have left the Colony Garden in play, because if I draw a green bounce land now, yeah, I should have bounced the Radiant Fountain. If I find a bounce land now, a green bounce land where I'm not gonna be able to cast the Titan, I guess I would be casting the Wormcoil anyway. So it doesn't really matter that much. But still, it would have been the correct play. Yeah, I think I'd rather be Wormcoiling rather than Titaning anyway. That Teferi is mad awkward though. Super healthy for Merlin. I mean, it's fine. Astrolabe is fine. Like, I mean, look at the decks that Astrolabe is creating, right? Like, these are fun decks to be around. I'm okay with a deck like this hanging out in the format. What is going on right now? I wonder. 4 mana, 5 mana. Oh! That's right, the fairy has text. I honestly, this is my bad. This is my fault. This is a bad attack. Yep. Bring to light Niv. They just get the block. My bad, team. I totally forgot that they plus the fairy last turn. And there's the ego. Wow, we're in a really rough shape now. Another Teferi. I'm gonna ask my opponent, did you get the Tef or the verdict? Like, this is actually very relevant information that Moto is not giving me. Is my opponent gonna tell me? It doesn't seem like they are. Ian Loss with a tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for the support. Thanks for being here. Yikes. So if my opponent draws a land, I'm in like insane amounts of trouble here, because they can bring back the Fulminator and replay it. My opponent did not tell me whether they got... Oh, they got the verdict. Okay, good. Thanks. It is prime time indeed, in-laws. For sure. Always it's prime time. Wow, we got super got by the Ring to Light over there. I honestly just forgot that this thing had plussed. Stupid Ashiok. How do you get the Cyber Guard? You need to join my Discord, which you can do right there. and you need to link your Twitch and your Discord accounts, and then wait a couple of hours, and then you will get access to the cyber guide. Oops. I'm just dead, right? Worm is not good enough. They just bounce into an attack. Yeah, we're just dead. Well, that was embarrassing. After going 10-0 yesterday, Variance has finally caught up to us. To be fair, I did make some I did make some bad plays. Like game 1, I kept like basically effectively an old lander. And then we got by Eldrazi Tron, which I consider to be a very good matchup for us. Yeah, I could have played tighter. Against the AmuLIT deck, we didn't really have much of a choice. My opponent's draws were just superior to mine. Against the Niv deck, you know, just main deck Mardu just got me super hard. I wasn't expecting them to have it main deck. And just like not minusing for that worm coil, just... If I had minus for that worm coil, I think that even through the Mardu and everything, we just win that game anyway. But if I just... Yeah, I just was thrown off by what it was. But usually against the grindy matchups, that is the most common play pattern. You know, you just play Karn and you immediately get your value. You get your worm coil, and then basically even if they answer the Karn, at least you got your very hard to answer threat. That's why worm coil is in the sideboard basically. Yeah, so that was pretty rough. Again, as I was saying earlier, I am going to cut it right now, unfortunately. The reason for this is now I'm going to start writing the cyber guide for this weekend. I'm planning on getting it ready tonight. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day writing that. It's not going to be the usual cyber guides that I write. It's going to be a short one. But it's hopefully going to be ready for people who are playing in events this weekend. Particularly, there's some people that are playing at the GP. I don't think I want to be making any changes to this list. I think this list is just amazing. We are here on the 10-0 and the 2-3. Thank you, Sergio. Welcome back to the Prime Dance Run Hall. Thank you for that Twitch from sub. Thank you so much. But yeah, so don't make the mistakes that I make. And if you play Karn, just minus for worm coil. Just minus for worm coil. It's gonna work out so much better for you. It's as strong as Pepper in that it's in every single deck. Still see him playing a lot of more of the decks coming up. It knows too much, but well, see. I mean, it's fine in Modern. Like, what is the problem in Modern? Just like it enables cool decks to exist, so it's fine. Papa Punt's wisdom. All right. When in doubt, minus Karn and get the worm. All right. We got a wisdom command now. We got a wisdom command, everybody. Yep. But yeah, even though today was a little bit, you know, a little bit like that, I am still very, very sure that tomorrow will be not much better. Yeah, that soundboard value is just high quality content, you know. That's gonna be it for me. If you're a sub, stay tuned, cause 12-3 is an SGG top 8 or GP top 16. I know, right? Like we're still doing pretty good. You like to name the players at the GP? Yeah, I will be back tomorrow for one last day. Hopefully, I will be able to make a full 2-league stream like I oftentimes do. But that's gonna be tomorrow because I want to make sure that I get this cyborg guide ready before Friday. You know, in case people that want, you know, even people wanting to go to FNM. It's you know, cool for them to have access to it already. So tomorrow I will do a regular stream, so don't worry about that. I'm not going anywhere. But today it's just gonna be a short 2-hour, almost 2-hour stream. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We got like 64 viewers. Nice. Thanks everybody for being here. My name is Francisco, in case you don't know me. Stream a lot of AmuLIT on this channel. One thing that I'm trying for tomorrow is maybe I will be playing some Black-White Stoneforge. I brewed this deck like real quick the other day, and it's been kind of fun, honestly. Just like a mid-range Stoneforge deck with Bob. I really want to play Bob. I think this card is sweet. Always liked me some Bobs. And this seems like a fine shell because of the discard. You get to, like, you know, clear opposing Rens before you do your thing. It's sweet. The prime time is right. Nice. Nice, Tom. That's awesome. Anyway, if you would like to subscribe to the stream, you get access to these 3 sweet emotes, as well as the cyber guide that I am talking about right now, and all the previous cyber guides that I've already written. All you need to do is you need to join the Discord. You don't need to be a sub to join the Discord, by the way. If you want to just join the Discord, it's a great resource that you get access to. And then you link your Twitch and your Discord account. That will give you access to the sub-only channels where you will find the cyber guide. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, that's where you can find me at Fabulous_MTG. If you like to check out previous streams, all you need to go is go to YouTube. And finally, if you would like to donate to the stream, all donations are always very, very appreciated. And any donation of $12 or more, I will play any 75 of your choosing live on stream. If you would like me to play standard, we can probably figure that out as well. But let's be honest, nobody wants me to play standard. You come here for the sweet, sweet modern content, and I try to deliver. Legacy is definitely amongst my possibilities as well. I do love me some Legacy. All right, who can we raid? Oh, Jim Davis is streaming right now. All right, let's go raid Jim. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out. See you all in Jim's stream. And have an amazing rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow. If you come here for wisdom, Richin. There you go. You got it. I got you too. Alright, have a great rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.